Hi, this is Russell Stannard. Nile and Teacher Training Videos recently organised a webinar where we introduced some AI technologies that are really useful to teachers. Now, we chose these AI technologies because they're actually part of the course that I run for Nile called Technologies and Approaches to Blended, Hybrid and Online Teaching. And in that course, we do actually introduce a whole range of different AI technologies and look at how they can be used to benefit us as teachers and of course our students as well. So I'm going to give you a taster. I think you're going to really like these two ideas. The first one is a practical idea that you could use in your class immediately. And the second one is a technology that can generate almost a whole reading comprehension activity for you, and it even gives you the option to share that reading activity for homework via Google Forms. At the end, I'll also talk very quickly about the course and explain why it's proved to be so popular and why I'm encouraging you to join me on that course. Let's get started. So Padlet has updated many of its features and has introduced a lot of AI features, and I'm going to focus on just one, but one that I really like. And the idea of this lesson really is that it's a writing lesson and it will generate lots of vocabulary and lots of language around describing. Now, the example I'm going to use is my perfect house or my ideal house. And to do this, I'm going to create a Padlet. And the one that I'm going to create is I'm going to come down to the recipes here and I'm going to click on Art Showcase. Now I'm going to make some changes to this. I'm quite happy with the instructions, so I'm going to click on Done. But I'm going to come over to the right hand side here and click on the settings. And in the settings, a button that a lot of people don't know about and a very important button is called Post Fields. I want you to click on Post Fields. And first of all, I want you to click on the subject here, and I just want you to change that to name. So I want the students to write in their name. And I'm going to click on save, and we can even ask for that to be required. Now, the second thing that I want to do is to click on attachment, and I want you to turn them all off, except, so click on none, except I can't draw. And then save. And then finally, I want you to click on the body, and we can actually turn the body off. So I'm going to click on hide, so there won't be any body. Now that should already be opted for, but if it's not, then just make sure it is. Now the reason I've done that is because now when the students come on, they can click here. They can write their name, so I'm going to write Russell, and then they're going to click on this button here, and the idea is that they're going to write in a description of their dream house. Now, they can prepare this before they actually come onto the system and do the writing, or they could even do the writing for homework because you can share the link so that the students can access this for homework. Now, I'm going to just write in a quick description of my dream house. So I've written in my description. I've kept it fairly short. Obviously the description could be a lot longer. Now I'm doing this about a house. So it says a house in the countryside in the Cotswold. It's a lovely spring day. There are lots of flowers. There is a river in front of the house and a bridge. Now, what I need to do now is just click on this button here. And what's going to happen is that it's going to draw me, based on my description, a picture. So I don't have to do the drawing, but the picture is drawn for me, and I get 4 really lovely examples. And I think I'm going to choose this one here. Now I click on it and it will come up here on the right hand side, and then I need to click on Publish. Now I can also add a caption, and you may want to encourage the students to do that, but I'm just going to click on Publish, and now we get the first image on the screen. Now I'm going to show you what was produced when we did this live in the training on the webinar. So here we can see the pictures. Lots of really nice pictures were produced by students, And then what I did was I asked the students to go back and look at other people's images and to write a little comment, or what I suggested is 3 words that would describe the picture. So this way students would go back, look at the other people's and leave comments. And to leave a comment's very easy, just write underneath here. So you would choose a picture and then you might put something like relaxing. So now you're commenting on other students here. Relax in light books. And so you're just meant to use 3 words to describe the picture, and this way lots and lots of vocabulary is generated. It's a really nice activity. It's got a preparation stage, a writing stage. It's got a nice kind of bit of magic when it produces the image, and then we've got this vocabulary stage where the students go back and comment and leave, say, 3 words to describe other people's images. It's a really nice activity and one that I've used on several occasions. Now, I'm doing this with houses. This could be the perfect view. For example, this could be a beautiful garden or a beautiful country scene. You could choose anything, or for example, it could be the perfect room, and the students would describe their perfect room, etc. Nice activity. Now, the second technology is called Diffit. And the interesting thing about this tool is that if you sign up, you can actually use this for free in the premium account until the 20th of December. And in fact, I think they're going to extend it even further. Now, I'm going to show you one idea from this technology, but a little bit like Padlet, there are actually many ideas that we could use this for. This generates basically a whole reading comprehension lesson, and a lesson that we can then share, for example, through Google Forms or print it out and use with our students. And really all we need to do if we use this feature is the AI. I'm going to write in here the solar system, so I'm going to use the same example that I used when I did the presentation. I can choose the language, so I can use this, for example, when I'm studying Polish, but for this example we're going to do it in English. I'm going to choose the grade. Now, this is the only tricky thing. It's not really based on the Sephora levels, so you kind of got to work this out. For example, I've worked out that my level's around 7 in Polish. This is really just based on the American grading system. But let's go for something around about level 8. So it's going to be kind of B2-y sort of level, maybe even slightly higher. And I'm going to keep the text the same. And all I'm going to do is click on Generate Resources. So the incredible thing is this is a very, very quick and simple way of generating content for a lesson. So here we can see the content. Notice that it produces an image for you, and you can in fact choose a different image if you want. You then get the text. Now you can control this text. I really like this button here because you can check the sources as well, which is really useful. But also you can edit it or adjust the length, make it shorter, longer, whatever you want. Copy even. If you come down here, you get a quick summary, which I really like, and this can be quite useful before the students read the text. Now, this is a great feature for language teachers because we get the definition of some keywords, and we can extend this very easily by clicking on Add Keywords and saying, right, I want to take 3 additional words from the text. Or we can even add in our own words by choosing Add Your Own Words. But I'm going to generate 3 additional words and extend the vocabulary feature, which I often do. And again, this is something I use even in my own language learning because this is great for me when I want to read, say, an article in Polish. I can do the same with the multiple choice questions. I can click on Add Questions. It even gives me the option of different types of questions that I can add. So I'm going to add comprehension. I'm going to add 3 more. Get questions, and it will add in 3 additional questions. So I'm going to have now more questions. Sorry, I only clicked on add 1. I should have added a couple more. Let me click here. Sorry, I'll add 2 more. So that's 3 more in total. And then I get some short answer questions and some prompts. And again, I can extend this. Now, I can use this in class with my students straight away by clicking on Doc, and that saves that as a printable document. I can even print this out instantly, or I can even share this as a Google form. So if I click on this button here, It's going to then say, well, what part of all of the content that has been produced do you want to share? And I'm going to say, well, I actually just want to have the title, the key vocabulary, and the actual reading passage and the multiple choice questions, nothing else. Click on export, and that's actually going to export that to my Google account. Now, I do need to make sure that my Google account is connected, but I've already done that. And now I've got this actually as a Google form, which I can then share with my students. Now that's just a taster of both Padlet, which is enormous and does many things, and working with Diffit. And these are a couple of the technologies that we include on the course, on the TabHot course. And if you want information about that TabHot course, then I'll put that in the description below. We'll also put that information into a handout. Really hope you liked those AI technologies. On the course, Technologies and Approaches to Blended, Hybrid and Online Teaching, there are many more AI technologies that I introduce into the course. And I just want to very quickly give you a breakdown of some of the interesting features on this particular course. It lasts for 6 weeks. It's certainly the most popular course that I've ever run, and it really is the culmination of almost 20 years of me teaching online and also learning a lot from working with Niall. This is a highly practical course. It's a 6-week course, and then you get one final week to finish off. Now, the way that the course works is that there's a weekly webinar on a Sunday with me, so a total of 6 webinars. And then during the week, you work through the content on the platform. Now, the way it works is that the content on the platform includes a weekly task. Many of these tasks are interactive. You'll be working with the other teachers on the course online, doing Padlets, doing word walls, adding content onto Google Docs, adding content into Google Forms, generating content through Diffit, etc. And then you will put the examples of the activities that you've generated into your ePortfolio as evidence of your learning. And along with that ePortfolio, there will be several reflective questions each week for you to write up and discuss what you've learned that week and how you could apply it to your teaching and learning. So this is a really highly practical course that teachers very much like, and one of the reasons is they like the connectivity between the webinar, the platform and the ePortfolio. Everything's connected together. There's no formal assessment, there's no testing. What you do during the course through the activities that you generate and then put into your ePortfolio, as well as your reflections, that is the assessment. So everything is connected on this course. The way the content is also organized in the course is very, very clear. So every time I ask you to do an activity during the week on the platform, there's a video that shows you exactly what to do. Let me quickly show you. Here I am in Unit 1. Now, the units and the content is very video based as well, obviously, not surprising since I was the one that built the course and I tend to make a lot of videos. The idea is therefore that you're going to get videos where, let's just click on this one as an example. It's going to be a quick introduction from me explaining what Unit 1 of the course is about. And there we are. And then most of the content, as I said, through the course is in the form of video. There's very little actually to read on this course. It's very much doing activities, being presented new technologies all through videos. And then at the end, you do several tasks with those technologies that you've been introduced to in that particular week. And most weeks you're going to be introduced to 1 or 2 different technologies. Now, one thing that we've tried to do is that every time we ask you to do a task, every time we ask you to do something, we've made you a video to show you exactly how to do that thing. And the reason for that is that we really want to make it very smooth and easy for you to work through the material. So if I ask you to embed a Padlet or access a Google Doc and add up some content, or make a word wall, or generate some content in QuestionWell, you will be given a video that will show you exactly how to do that. And also, on this course, as the course moves on, we do give you more and more information about how we're going to mark your e-portfolios and what we're looking for in the e-portfolios. So by the time you get to about week 3 or 4, we begin to kind of get you to think about what good reflection is, etc., etc. So that's the way the course works. Weekly webinar, content on the platform each week with a task to complete, and everything goes into an e-portfolio. It's proved to be a very popular course. We got a new course starting in January, and I'll just give you the details. So in 2025, we've got course starting on the 12th of January, and I know already that on that course there are 5 or 6 people already signed up, and then there will be a second option on the 14th of September to the 26th of October 2025. Really hope that some people decide to join me on that course, and I will share the link below in case you want to click on the link in the description and learn more about the course.